Top 10 new anime with an overpowered main protagonist. Hey there everyone, welcome back to our countdown of the top 10 new anime with an overpowered main protagonist. It's your host We Love Anime back again with some anime recommendations. If you love seeing ridiculously powerful protagonists absolutely dominate everything in their path, you are in for a real treat. We have scoured the anime world to find out the most exciting, hilarious and action-packed new shows featuring OP leads, and we can't wait to share them with you. Starting off with our number 10, an Archdemon's Dilemma. This anime is about to show you Zagan, a young but feared sorcerer who is a candidate to become one of the 13 Archdemons, the strongest sorcerers in the world. But when Zagan attends an auction and lays eyes on a rare elf named Nephilia, his life is about to take an unexpected turn. Zagan impulsively sends all his money to take Nephilia back to his castle. Given the girl's mysterious and troubling past, there is a lot for Zagan to uncover about his new companion. As the two grow closer, it becomes clear that Nephi's feelings might not be so different from Zagan's. This anime is a delightful blend of action, world building, and the sweet but awkward development of an unlikely relationship. You won't want to miss it. Number 9. Demon Lord 2099. In Demon Lord 2099, we follow the legendary Viltol as he makes his grand return 500 years in the future. Turns out a lot can change in a half a millennium. The once all-powerful Viltol finds himself a forgotten historical footnote struggling to keep up with the futuristic world of Shinjuku. Magic and technology have fused, elevating civilization to new heights that leaves our Demon Lord feeling outdated and irrelevant. But don't count Viltol out just yet. This anti-hero is determined to reclaim his throne and dominate this brave new world no matter how many hurdles he has to overcome. If you are a fan of fantasy, isekai, or just love seeing an underdog make an epic comeback, then Demon Lord 2099 is a must-watch. Number 8. Goodbye, Dragon Life. Imagine the biggest, scariest dragon that even the gods were afraid of. Now picture that dragon suddenly waking up as a normal guy in a tiny little village. Yep, that's the story we are getting into today. The former dragon name is Dolan, and he used to be the most powerful creature around. But now, instead of fighting and causing chaos, Dolan is just trying to live a simple life as a farmer. Then he meets a new friend named Selena. Even though they are totally different, Dolan and Selena becomes good pals. But not everyone is happy about their friendship, and they have to deal with all sorts of problems and challenges. If you like stories about magical creatures and people going on adventures, you will really enjoy Goodbye Dragon Life. Number 7. I will become a villainess who goes down in history. Instead of playing as the kind-hearted, flawless protagonist, our main character gets reincarnated as the villainess, the one who is always bullying the hero and causing trouble. But she's not your average villain. In fact, she's the biggest fan of the villainess character. Armed with her knowledge of the game's secrets, our girl is determined to become the greatest villainess in history. The only problem? Her kind-heart nature keeps getting in the way, constantly foiling her evil plans. But that won't stop her from trying. If you love stories about flipping the script and seeing the underdog succeed, you are gonna love I Will Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in the History. Number 6. The most notorious stalker runs the world's greatest clan. Instead of a typical brave, powerful hero, we are following a young guy named Noel who is stuck with the weakest class of all, the talker. But don't count Noel out just yet. Despite his lackluster abilities, this determined dude is set on becoming the strongest seeker, and he's got a secret weapon, his legendary hero Grandpa, the one and only over that. Noel might not be able to match his grandpa's raw power, but he makes up for it with unparalleled resourcefulness. He gathers the most loyal and deadly allies, forming the greatest clan the world has ever seen. And he will use every cunning strategy in the book to lead his crew to the top, no matter who he has to outsmart or how notorious he becomes. If you love seeing the underdog rise and take charge, you won't want to miss The Most Notorious Stalker Runs the World's Greatest Clan. Moving on to our number 5, the strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human. In this anime, we are following a powerful magician named Eek, who is rising up the ranks of the Demon Lord's army. But here is the catch, Eek is actually a human pretending to be a demon. Yup, you heard that right. Somehow, this guy has managed to not only infiltrate the Demon Lord's forces, but he has become the top dog when it comes to magic and leading his troops to victory. But Eek isn't your typical power-hungry bad guy. He has a secret plan up his sleeve. Eek's goal is to find a way for humans and demons to live in peace. He's willing to put himself in crazy danger to make that happen, all while keeping his true identity a secret. It's a really fun spin on the classic fantasy good versus evil story with a super clever protagonist at the center of it all. Number 4. Missing Yozakura Family. It all starts with our main guy Taiyu, who's been through some pretty tough times after losing his whole family. But when his childhood friend Mutsumi steps in, things take a crazy turn. Turns out Mutsumi's family are a bunch of top secret spies with all kinds of wild superpowers. In order to keep Taiyu and Mutsumi safe from the family's enemies, they have to get married. Yup, this guy goes from being a loner to being part of the world's most awesome spy family overnight. Now he has to train up to become a full-fledged Yozakura spy himself, all while juggling his new wife and crazy in-laws. If you are a fan of over-the-top shonen comedies with a healthy serving of action, you are gonna love Missing Yozakura Family. Number 3. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. In his past life, our main guide Lloyd was just a regular commoner who couldn't seem to get hang of magic no matter how hard he tried. But now that he has been reincarnated as the 7th prince of a royal kingdom, he's got a whole new lease on life and a body filled with endless magical potential. As the 7th prince, Lloyd has zero claim to the throne, which means he can take all the time he wants to master every type of magic out there. And boy, does he go all out. But just when Lloyd is thinking he can kick back and perfect his craft, ancient demons start breaking free and threatening the whole kingdom. If you love seeing an OP protagonist absolutely wreck everything in their path, you are gonna love I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Number 2. I parry everything. Get ready for a hilarious new show that's all about an OP protagonist who is way too powerful for his own good. The Kingdom of Clays is in big trouble, with enemies lurking everywhere and an assassination attempt on the princess. But our hero, Noor, couldn't care less about all the political drama. He's just a guy who's been training for years to become the ultimate adventurer. The only problem is, Noor's only real skill is the ability to parry thousands of swords in the blink of an eye. Not exactly the most useful talent for an adventurer, right? But this clueless guy has no idea just how insanely overpowered he really is. If you are a fan of over-the-top comedy and protagonists who are way more powerful than they know, you are gonna love I Parry Everything. And finally, number 1, the Ossan newbie adventurer. Rick is a regular guild clerk who is about to get the opportunity of a lifetime. When he crosses paths with the elite adventurer Renate, she decides to take him under her wing and put him through some intense Spartan training. 2 years later, Rick is finally ready to take the big exam and prove he's got what it takes to be an official adventurer. But there is one problem. His raw magical power is severely limited since he's past the age of 20. That means Rick has to rely on his insane physical abilities and combat skills to wipe the floor with all the young competitors. No goofy over-the-top moves here, just good old-fashioned action. If you are sick of the same old destined hero storylines, the Ossan newbie adventurer is the perfect. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 new anime with an overpowered main protagonist. I don't know about you, but I'm totally pumped to check out all these. Did we cover your favorite new anime with an overpowered protagonist? Or did we miss something? Let me know down in the comments. I'm always eager to hear your thoughts and recommendations. Until next time, thanks for watching.